All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're doing a full shop update. I say full shop update.
We're gonna do a shop update down here. There's a lot going on in the back.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff going on everywhere, and I don't think we have time for all of it. So
No.
we're just gonna kind of update you guys on what all is going on, and we get to drive this truck down the road, which is gonna be a lot of fun.
This is going to the paint shop because we got a little bit left to do on it yet. And when we get to the paint shop, there's a truck there getting paint work on, so we'll update you on that one. But we're gonna talk about all the pretty things in the shop right now.
Yeah, and everything we got to get done before this guy goes to Texas.
Yeah, because we're leaving tomorrow. We're close.
So,
Let's get into it.
yeah, let's do
All right,
this.
let's do it. Okay, so starting out, let's just start on Troy's here since we're standing here, Tommy.
Yeah,
You know, like between Troy and Mitchell, they both have got the two most custom 389Xs, I think, in the country.
probably the two longest 389Xs in the country as well.
That also. So since this thing's been here since our truck show, Troy was like, hey, listen, let's put 8-inch stacks on this thing, do the tall 68-inch top stacks on it, and give her a little better look, which we have done, as you can see. 8-inch wide pipe on that kit. So looks pretty nice. But now that we've done that, we've got to move the fuel tanks because they were set up for where the elbows, well, like see how this truck is? See how the elbow kicks back? So the fuel tank has to sit back, you know, to make room for the exhaust the way they came from the factory.
So Dynaflex, in order to do the drop down, they provide these brackets that helps move the whole def system up just a couple of inches. So when you do that, then you create this gap back here behind the exhaust. So now we got to figure out what to do with that exhaust, or what to do with that gap.
Yep. So now what we're going to do on both sides, we'll move the fuel tanks forward. We're also going to be painting the fuel tanks on this truck, so it actually works out pretty well. So we'll push them. We'll get this fuel tank all the way underneath the sleeper there, and then in the back here, we're going to change the eye panel out. We're going to put a bigger drop eye panel so it's like level with the bottom of the fuel tanks. And the original plan was to get all of this done before Troy's show, which again, obviously we're not. We didn't want to rush it. We thought we could probably pull it off, but the problem with rushing things is if you rush something, you know, sometimes your work can't be as good as you want it to be if you're in a hurry.
Yeah, and I think Troy cared more about making sure the product came out appropriately than trying to get it to the truck show.
Yep. So you'll notice over here, there's no def tank. It's gone. The def tank has exited the chat over here. And but anyhow, this fuel tank's also moving forward now. And like once we do all that, we also got to paint the chassis again right here under the sleeper to make all that look nice and pretty. And then, I'm not going to show the whole gig there, but this dude, what you see, this little box here, and it goes up and goes up this way, that is actually our def tank. So we had to like build all these brackets to hold that thing in. This is a strap we made to kind of help hold it in place. We polished it, don't love that design, so we're redoing it, making it out of steel, and we're going to paint it just so everything's kind of very incognito and you don't notice it. And then again, we're going to be painting the air tanks since we're painting the fuel tanks, and that will complete all the things we're doing to Troy's truck. It's gonna look sharp.
It's gonna look really good. But to move the video along here, over here we have Eric Bauers' truck. Now you guys probably remember that name because there is this super cool dump truck that showed up at our truck show and numerous truck shows around the country. First unveiled, I think, at Mid-America.
Yep.
Is when everybody first saw that thing. That's Eric Bauers' dump truck. This thing is also one of Eric's trucks.
So all of his trucks in his fleet have the exact same paint scheme to them, and so or the stripe design, I should say. So on this truck, we did. He's going very old school with this, so we did this like hot fudge brown. It's actually not even hot fudge. It's a lighter color than hot fudge, and I don't remember. It's a brown anyway, but. That with the Omaha orange to match the chassis, which we painted the chassis on this truck. And we're just kind of getting some things started on it right now, but we'll be putting a deck plate on this dude. Fenders, we're doing
Hogue built fulls.
Yeah, that's right. Full Hogue built fenders on this, and we're gonna blind mount them, so they'll be pretty neat looking when they're done.
Yep.
Then you kind of moving up here. We're doing a visor that we have not done before. It's actually a visor from New Gen, and Derek just sent that visor down here a couple days ago. So we'll get the visor on, but we've got to do all our roof lights and stuff first. These guys are wiring up things, and we got dash panels for the blue truck. It's still got to go in there. We've got the breather lights that go on this truck.
How many times have we had the dash out of the black and blue truck?
Like 5.
It's the number's getting pretty high.
Yeah.
How many times we pulled the dash apart?
We've done a bunch of different stuff inside there that we haven't done before, so we've been kind of in and out with it, figuring some things out. But
yeah, well, and it had nothing to do with the actual products. And I want to say again how awesome it was putting those Peterbilt genuine accessories in.
They fit great.
How clean they fit.
Yeah.
How it was a smooth, clean fit. No modifications made during that install. It was pretty nice.
So we're doing cab, other things on this. We're doing cab and sleeper panels on it. We're going to put the wide tank straps on the air tanks, front and rear breather lights. We've got a bumper on its way coming for it. We should close the hood real quick. On the front end of this thing, we're doing the old school square Peterbilt emblems on it. And then we did 7 grill bars. We did the old school headlights here. And some other things we got to still do to it yet. Over here, we've got these UP fender braces that have the turn signal in them. So those will go up here for these old school headlights. That way you've got a good turn signal. That'll be well visible. And the bumper's pretty neat because we're putting a tapered bumper on it. It's gonna have like the yellow fog lights in it. Pretty cool looking. And we'll do lifetime lug nut front oilers and a few other little things, but it's gonna be a sharp truck. I like the colors on this one.
I really like the colors. I like the exhaust setup. I think the exhaust setup is really, really cool.
Yeah, and that's just the factory exhaust with the heat shields on it.
Yeah.
And then we just put really tall top stacks on it. So
It made it look like, I don't know, the truck, it gave it so much age when you did that. It really did make it look that much more old school.
yeah, Eric's really wanting to have something that's a very traditional, older look to it. And I think as this thing's going together, we're achieving it.
So I know you talked about it, but like, what are we doing on the body panels here?
Just they're just shiny 3-inch stainless panels, but they'll go up and go right up against the factory cow panel here.
Okay.
So they just go right here and they go, they do that number.
And then 3-inch on the sleeper.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yep. Just nice, simple. I mean, with this colors and the colors on it, this truck's gonna be, I'll be excited to see it when we get it completely finished. We got some of the deck plate back from the paint shop, and we go down there today. We'll pick up the rest of the deck plate and take that with us. And then over here,
Got the black and blue truck going back together.
yeah, we're still working on it. Probably work on it tonight and tomorrow night a little bit, but it's coming together.
How about that shifter plate in the floor, though?
The shifter plate's awesome.
So pretty.
We'll do more on that, but that's a solid billet shifter plate. Peter just came up and polished it the other day, and we got it all in there now. Thing's freaking awesome. We're gonna get that chromed when we get back from Texas, but we didn't have time to do that yet. But we're getting there. We got, since the last video y'all watched this truck, we got all the interior pieces mostly finished in it now. And we're redoing a couple of things, or adding a couple of things to the inside, and then pretty well done.
I love these metal pieces on the door.
They look good.
So it just made the truck so nice.
We changed the bumper on it too.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
Yeah, the bumper is really cool. I like, so I don't know, I've had mixed thoughts about bumpers that come all the way to this side of it. And I mean, typically when you see it, like one that's got that taper on the front, the bumper just kind of ends right there.
Yep.
So the ones that wrap all the way around, I do have mixed thoughts on them. The only ones I've ever really liked, I don't really like the square end ones because I don't think they look right.
No.
The only ones I've ever liked is the ones that have the radius that follow the fender well all the way around. And some of them do it good and some of them don't do it good, but this one looks pretty spot on.
No, it's awesome. The front end's now done, all the front air rides. The truck sits nice and low like we wanted it to. And more or less, we got a little bit more plumbing still to do on this one yet. Put the train horn back on it right there, and kind of finish some of the stereo stuff. And it's enough. We can take it to Texas now, and it looks really good.
Yeah.
We get back from Texas. We have a lot to still do to it yet, but we're going to be putting a panel in between the fenders here. We'll be putting an eye panel back here. We're going to finish the deck plate all the way to the back of that dude.
I love the little lights in the bottom of the shock box cover.
Yeah.
That's always such a cool touch, and it lights up that deck plate so nice.
Mm-hmm. It'll be, I think we might do some pinstripe when we get back from Texas too. We talked about it. I don't know yet.
And we came up with a name for this truck.
We
We've
did.
not even talked about that anywhere on the channel, have we?
No.
So, I don't know if we can say who named it or not, but we will just say someone very special to Brian came up with a name for this truck.
She named it.
The truck's name is Envy.
Yep.
And ENVY, and we've currently working on some logo, some artwork to where we can put it on here somewhere. So I guess what I'm hearing is that you want to put it on the shock box cover?
I think so.
It makes sense because it's a really cool name, and I think it's going to stick with the truck. And typically after we've named trucks, the name has stuck. But I do know one truck where we put the name on the truck, and the guy decided he wanted to name it something different just because he thought it fit the personality of the truck a little bit different.
Yeah.
So just
You
in
never
case,
know.
it's cool that it goes on the shock box cover because you can always
If someone decides to buy the truck,
that doesn't like the name.
doesn't like the name, they can change it.
Although I think it's a really cool name for the truck.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see what logo you come up with.
Yeah, I need to work on that actually. That's another thing. But that kind of, in a nutshell, that's where we're at. This truck's almost ready to go, and we've got to get it done because, well, tomorrow we're going to Texas in it. So
yeah, so you got to get it done. This truck here, this one has to go to the body shop. This one's got some work it's got to get done to it. A lot more custom interior pieces than I had realized.
yeah, we're doing, and we're not even done with all the entire interior yet. We
And
can go over there. We're driving it down
yeah,
there. We'll go over and drive it.
Yeah, we'll talk about that when we're driving it. But yeah, as you can see, the lower drop panels, these are all getting painted.
We're painting the fuel tanks, just the center. So the end caps are going to stay polished, and then same thing with we're going to paint the air tank under here, and then we'll put the wide straps in the air tank as well. We did Dynaflex exhaust on this truck, or stacks. Did the strapless breather kit on it, and we did the hidden lights in here, Tommy.
Oh, nice.
So, pretty neat deal.
Like that, Baba Yaga?
Yeah.
The Boogeyman.
Yeah, same
So I
thing.
was just trying to think.
We've done a lot of different stuff on this truck we hadn't done before, and it's pretty neat. Once this whole thing's finished, we do like a full reveal of this one. This is for Clint Johnson. This is a pretty neat truck for sure.
It's going to be a cool build.
It's very clean looking, but we're taking this to the paint shop because basically we painted a lot of stuff on the truck that we could without having to take the truck down there. And we've got it to the point now where we can take it to the paint shop. They can pull off the tanks, the cab sleeper panels. There's a few other little pieces to paint yet, and gets this thing ready to rock and roll, and hopefully have it done before the end of the month, I think. But pretty slick unit.
No, it looks good.
Hey, did you notice this, Tommy? The
duck on the hood?
yeah, but his eyes light up.
Oh, I didn't notice. No,
Yeah, see, it's a little LED in there.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, so the eyes will light up. Well, I definitely have to
That's-
do a night video once this is ready to go.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And 20-inch bumper, toe pin holes. We've got our watermelon lights in the back corner. Then we also put in our plates, which you can see right here. Let me zoom in. So it'll give it a pretty cool looking underglow that you can't see because the plate bends up, so the lights aren't visible until you turn them on. But pretty neat setup for going down the road. Looks cool. Other than that, we just need to jump in this thing and get going.
Yeah, we got to get to Rickman. There's quite a bit that we got to get done there, and
It's ready to go.
it's the day. We got to go.
All right, let's do it. All right, so we're riding down the road in Clint Johnson's truck, and the interior's not completely done in this. So just so everybody knows, this isn't completely done, but it's getting there. We got a lot done on it right now.
Yeah,
What do you think about it?
I think it looks really good. There's a lot of white on the dash, which is like really cool. I mean, I know, so like not everything is 100% like finished yet, but like there's a lot of really cool custom parts in here that we don't do in other trucks and other builds. So you know, you got the leather in the overhead pieces. We don't often paint these. I mean, we do this a little bit,
Yeah.
but we don't do it often. So
They look awesome. These are super nice. We've got a local person that does a lot of our interior stuff for us, and they knock this stuff out. We went with diamonds with white stitching, and these pieces look really cool. You know, also we've got all of our painted pieces on the dash. Over here on the doors, we painted those. We did our inserts on the doors to match right here. We got the SH tube shifter. We still got to change it. We're gonna put a shifter ball on this, and I think we're gonna also do them down there, like some white round shifter balls on it.
yep.
So we still got those to do. And then back here in the sleeper, we did all of the doors. So you can see they've all got the diamonds with the white stitching on the doors, even under big cabinet doors right here. Super sharp looking. I like them a lot. And like I said, we're going down to the paint shop now to get some stuff done. So our shock box covers in that box, that's getting painted white to go on the truck as well. And you know, we don't have our lights up here either, because we still got to put we're putting plates here. They're painted white, and then it's got 2 watermelon lights right here, and they light up white or purple, and so those go in it yet. But I mean, otherwise, man, this thing's looking freaking good.
It's looking super sharp. The interior of this thing looks pretty dang amazing.
I like the duck on the hood.
Yeah. It's something different to look at way out in front of you there.
Yeah. Wonder if we should change the hood emblem on Envy now.
On Envy? What would it be though?
I don't know.
I feel like Envy needs to be like some sort of like larger bird, maybe like a phoenix or something of some sort. Maybe like I understand the other ones have like the swan on it, but like maybe
A pterodactyl.
I don't know if it needs to be a pterodactyl. So I was thinking something graceful. You know?
Graceful. Okay.
Yeah.
Not a dinosaur.
Yeah, not a dinosaur.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think? What's a good? You guys give us a comment. What's a good hood emblem for Envy? I don't.
Someone's gonna like definitely say it should be a platypus.
Platypus. But we're also like on that truck too. We're changing the grill out on it. I'm probably gonna do that tomorrow. Me and Shock will probably knock that out. Definitely, I'm gonna have to wash that thing probably tonight, and then yeah, we got just a little bit left to do, but we'll be ready to go to Texas. No big deal. We'll be on our way to Nacogdoches before you know it. But otherwise, we'll go to the paint shop now. But I'm freaking digging the interior.
No, the interior looks good, especially the pieces that we had made there locally. These pieces turned out super nice.
Truck rides good.
It really does.
All right, we're pulling the white truck in here now. Give you guys an update on the Stahl Farms truck. So we got the fuel tanks painted and installed. The cow panels are done, but they're not on yet. Tanks look awesome. We also did the rock guard, tinted the rock guard for the front of the tanks, which is nice. Again, these things work out in the field, so the tank deal is definitely a big thing to have. All of our brackets for our fenders have been painted. And it's plugging right along pretty good. So basically we just got the reassembly stuff to do, and then we're gold. A couple more wheels to put on. I'll show you over here too. They got the fenders, the shift fenders are painted, and they're looking pretty sharp. If you guys remember the red truck, that's the one they're working on painting this week now. But we got our fenders all painted up. So it's gonna look pretty sharp, and then we'll have a video on this truck pretty soon too. Painting the fuel tanks, air tanks, cab and sleeper panels, deck plate for this truck, rear cross member. It's gonna be pretty sharp looking when it's finished. All the brackets for the Hogue Bill fenders are getting painted on it. It's this thing's turning out to be super cool, and hopefully have it back to our shop at the end of the week, I'd say.
All right, everyone, that's it for this video. Got a full update on everything going on in the shop, and we still have quite a bit to do before you can get on the road and go to Nacogdoches, Texas.
Yeah, there'll be a whole video on that, I'm sure. We'll have a late evening tonight, probably into tomorrow, and then leave late. It's kind of par for the course.
Yeah, just kind of how it works, right?
Yeah.
Late nights right before truck shows, but you know, we wouldn't have it any other way.
No, this is how it goes. This is what we do.
We love the pressure.
It's great.
That's the only way to do it.
But anyway, this truck back here is, well, we're at the paint shop, so we're dropping it off. It's going to get all those things done, and then that's kind of it.
That's kind of it. So you guys know what to do. You have to like, subscribe, especially if you want to see all those really super cool trucks that are going to be in Nacogdoches, Texas. Don't forget, like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram.
At Semi-Casual Show.
And then we'll see you guys next time.
Don't forget to go to the website, semicasualshow.com.
Oh, yeah.
You forgot to tell them about that. They could buy, like, shirts and stuff.
There's shirts and swag and parts.
Parts.
All kinds of really
hats.
cool parts. And, you know, we're going to announce it at some point in time, but there is a new website being built, and it's going to have all of our parts on there. So we're pretty excited about that coming up. But that's for a later date. And anyway, guys, thanks for watching. See you next time.
Later.